St Helens 20, the Salford Red Devils 24. What a win this is for Paul Rowley's men. They are now going 3 from 3 and 6 points now from a possible 8. It's a brilliant start to the season for Paul Rowley's Charges. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Enjoy the celebrations. What a night for you guys. It started so well, didn't it, for St Helens? That Welsby tries in unbelievable form, Jack Welsby, this season. He just keeps getting a try in every game. Very, very similar. Very easy on the eye. Just, he times his runs, doesn't he, to absolute perfection. And then Lewis Dodd showing a little bit of pace, a lovely little move right down the centre of the field, a little offload. Off goes Lewis Dodd. Thank you very much. It's 8-0. 2 very important misconversions by Mark Percival. That, of course, would be massive come the end of the game. What I would want to draw your attention to, there's certain things in the game I just want to draw your attention to. After that Lewis Dodd, go back, have a look at the video. You'll see it for yourself. When Lewis Dodd scores, the celebration between Dodd and Welsby, it's almost like the job is done. This is going to be an easy night. Just go and have a look at it. As soon as I saw it, I thought, that's not good on the eye. If you compare it to Alex Walmsley, who's in the same shot, he's got a stern face, he's all business. He knows Salford aren't going to go anywhere. There was a little difference in body language and the way that Walmsley, Dodd and Welsby were acting after that second try. And from the kickoff, if you remember, Mark Sneed then kicks off at 8-0 and Welsby lets the ball bounce. And from there, there's a four sets on a row. Salford pressuring, peppering the St Helens line. And finally, it broke with a brilliant try from Dion Cross. What a great season Dion Cross is having for the Salford Red Devils. And like I say, then it's 8-6 at that point. Let's not forget as well that in that first period, Kay Cuss goes off for a head injury assessment and never come back, which again makes this win even more impressive for the Salford Red Devils. From there, Mark Percival, he might have had a torrid second half and an evening overall in terms of the boot and his red card. We'll come to that in a moment. But it was a beautiful line that he ran for his try. You know, Johnny Lomax, ball back in on the inside. There you go, Mark. You have a 4-pointer. And it's 14 points to 6 at half-time. Salford are in the grind, but at that point, nobody's expecting St Helens to lose this game. Absolutely not. And then the second half starts. And, of course, Percival gets his red card, to which I don't think a single St Helens fan can complain about that. It's a clear shoulder charge. You know, he doesn't wrap his arms. The shoulders come into contact with the player's head. That is a red card. It was last season, the year before that. Percival, I thought at one point he might have actually got away with it. But, you know, credit to the officials there. They did get that one right. Didn't look good on the eye. It was certainly a red for me. No dramas. And I think the interesting thing at that point was it then became an error fest. It affected both teams for the next 10 to 15 minutes very, very negatively. And I say errors. I mean, St Helens in this game, it wasn't just a red card. 12 errors to 10 they lost. 33 missed tackles to 19. Now, don't get me wrong. The fact that they were defending for large periods in the second half down to 12 men on a pitch that was absolutely zapping the energy as well. You know, if this was a dry track, maybe they'd have had a bit more in the tank come that last 10 minutes, Saints. But this is a very heavy pitch at the moment at St Helens. It did not benefit them at all in this game. But what do you know? What would you know? Briley then, he's pinged for a forward pass, and Lewis Dodd, in the next couple of play the balls, over he goes, and suddenly St Helens, a man down, are 20 points to 6 up with 20 to go. And you're probably expecting at that point, don't worry about it. Saints will see the way home from here. Quick note on Lewis Dodd. I think Doddy at the moment is showing real promise this season. A lot of critics last year, both by his own supporters and people from around the league. He started this season quite quietly and assured. 2 great tries against Salford last night, it has to be said. 4 attacking kicks, 11 kicks in general play. He only did 48 metres, but he only needs to. He's just going about his business really well. Him and Lomax. I mean, Lomax is a class act, and sometimes for me, he's in the shadow of Lomax, but many a player would be. Such is the quality of Johnny Lomax. But like I say, Lewis Dodd, well worth a mention there in dispatches. Those errors that are talked about, 6 of them came from Tommy Makinson. Unbelievable. And, the errors, Welsby, Benison, Clark, Sirenen, some of these players, you wouldn't expect them to make 2 errors in a game, and they were. And that was because of the pressure that Salford started to apply, especially in that second half. Now, many teams, 20 points to 6 down, 20 to go, even with a man's advantage, probably don't see the job out, But you've got to give credit to Paul Rowley's men. Heart, spirit, belief, togetherness. And when that happens, I think Rowley said it before the season starts, that's when special things can happen. And a special thing happened in the last 20 minutes of that game at the Totally Wicked Stadium, without doubt. Mark Sneed, you could see him driving his team forward. Another great performance, this one from Mark Sneed. Yes, he got his try assist, but his kicking game's 4 from 4, 6 kicks on the attacking foot, 11 in general play. He had another great night with the booting Mark Sneyd. But what I love to see was his animation throughout that second half, especially that last 20 minutes, driving the team on. Virtually every play the ball, even if he didn't have his hands on the ball, he was playing it with his team. It was a wonderful thing to see from Mark Sneyd. With 16 minutes to go, Nene McDonald goes in on the right edge. A beautiful try by Nene McDonald. It is now game on. And then Chris Atkin. Oh, what a try. If that's anybody else, if that's a Cruz Leeming, a Darryl Clark, we're waxing lyrical over it. And I'm waxing lyrical over it, Chris. That was absolutely superb play. Some of the best hookers that we've ever seen in Super League would have been proud of that effort. Atkin, for me, absolute quality, found his way around. We're very tired, Delaney and Siren, and he just found it, a little bit of a jink, little mazy little run, bang, round you go, under the post. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And now at this point, it really, really is game on, because it's 20 points to 18 with 11 minutes to go. And then for me, the moment of the night. About 2 play the balls before, Tim Lafay had a little practice one out the back door. And then 2 play the balls later, there he is on the left-hand side. It's Tim Lafay. Oh, it's another one out the very top drawer of Tim Lafay offloads. This man has got a repertoire that is absolutely unbelievable and perhaps unmatched in Super League. Burgess used to love playing outside him. Now it's the turn of Dion Cross. Here, Dion, mate. I'll do the hard work. Oh, have a little bit of that. Beautiful. Oh, that's what we love seeing Rugby League. That's Rugby League of the highest pedigree. Tim Lafay, there's no better of that offload, that pass. We've seen it year in, year out. If you're one-on-one with a winger outside you, don't worry about that. Tim will find the pass. Tim Lafay, absolutely outstanding. Over he goes. Dion Cross for his second try. And Sneyd with that trusty little boot of his, and it's 24 points to 20, and they hang on. I mean, Alex Walmsley, you'd have thought Walmsley would have put it ball down as well. That error from Walmsley with about 2 minutes to go, when it looked as if Saints might just snatch it. Not a bit of it, and you could tell by the reaction. I mean, a bit of biff behind the post, but you could tell by the reaction of Salford at that point. I think they knew they had the game won. This was a fantastic win for the Salford Red Devils. Absolute credit has to go to them. Nobody in a million years at the start of this season would have thought that Salford Red Devils had 6 points from the opening 4 game. Everybody written them off. Everybody was saying 11th. I said 10th at the start of the season. But at this moment in time, this 1 to 17, they're playing for each other. It's a tight unit. Rowley's done it again. He's produced a team spirit that is perhaps one of the best in Super League. And it turned up once again last night at the Totally Wicked Stadium. It caught out the St Helens. I've already said about the Wellesby-Dodd effect after that Doddy try. Go back, take a look yourself. It wasn't good on the eye. I just don't think their heads were switched on last night. I have to say it. And for whatever reason, Saints were not at the races last night. But I'm taking nothing away from Salford, because Salford are 20 points to 12 down with 16 to go at Saints, even with a man's advantage, to win that 24 points to 20. Oh, absolutely brilliant. All the plaudits are yours. Beautiful, beautiful Rugby League. Fantastic stuff. Sorry, Mr. Percival, you can have no arguments over your red card. This was a brilliant win. Great for the league. It tightens it all up. It keeps it nice and compact. Outstanding stuff. Right, who are we giving the man of the match to? Well, we're going to give it to Tim Lafay. Oh, yes, it wasn't just that offload from Tim. It was his running from deep. At one point, he did a Paul Vaughan-esque run, about 20-25 metre carry right down the throats at St Helens. Lafay was on last night, 20 carries, 145 metres. He got 146 metres from 16 carries, 7 tackle busts from Tim Lafay last night, 1 clean break, and of course that sumptuous offload. Lafay, without question for me, the man of the match. He gets my 3 points. The 2 points I'm going to give to Sneyd. Again, a composed kicking game. His passion, his drive, orchestrating the team around the field. His 4 perfect kicks, which were crucial at the end of the day, and some of them from the sidelines as well. Well done to Mark Sneyd, deserving of his 2 points. And I'm going to give the 1 point to Lewis Dodd. I think Lewis Dodd has improved immensely from his 2023 campaign. I thought, had Saints gone on to win that, we'd be probably talking about Lewis Dodd as potentially the man of the match. I thought he was a really assured performance from Doddy last night. That's my 3-2-1. Do you agree with the 3-2-1? Saints fans, what are you thinking? Don't blame the referee, please. Please give Salford the due. But what was your thoughts? Do you think your team last night, they just weren't at it? Be really interested to know in the chat what your thoughts are. And as for you Salford Red Devils fans, you must be absolutely over the moon, and rightly so. Go and enjoy your pints and your wines or whatever you're going to have. Enjoy this moment. You absolutely deserve it. 44 years you've been waiting for this. Go and enjoy your weekend. Sensational stuff from the Salford Red Devils, who now sit with 6 points in Super League after 4 games. Many, many congratulations to Paul Rowley and his entire squad. St Helens 20, Salford Red Devils 24. That's been In the Sheds. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll be seeing you very soon.